Hello guys, and luckily we continue our educational series in which we learn more about the geography and cities of Russian Federation based on the fires, destructions and explosions on military targets there. The course is sponsored by Ukrainian armed forces and all the good people who fight for democracy worldwide. And today we travel to the heart of the evil empire, Moscow, because of serious fires and explosions on the oil refinery there, and most importantly, on the factory that develops and reconstructs Russian military aircraft MIG that often bomb Ukraine. A very legitimate target. Let me tell you more. My name is Anna, and I vlog daily from Ukraine since the start of the brutal Russian invasion. So if you're new to the channel, you support Ukraine, please subscribe and help us fight against Russian propaganda and fake news. And I hope together we will see more and more Russian military objects on fire, developing the course of this fire geography. And my longtime friends, check your subscription status and hit notification button. So, today we've learned about two big and different fires inside Moscow, the capital of Russian Federation. One on the oil refinery that supplies the capital of Russia with different kinds of fuel, and the second one on the military plant that develops MiG aircraft. But before I start, a beautiful reminder to those who need to know how to fight Russian propaganda. Moscow is 665, almost 666 years younger than Kiev. So no, Ukraine is not the colony of Russia. It could be just the country, but we don't need Russian territories or Russian people. We simply want our normal life back, and unfortunately, we have to fight for that. But fortunately, more and more often, we fight for that on the territory of Russian Federation already. Because war always returns home, and its home is Russia, Moscow, Kremlin. So Moscow was on fire early in the morning today at dawn. There are lots of videos and lots of posts all over Russian social media sharing the red sky about a huge oil refinery inside Moscow. This refinery supplies Russian airplanes, Moscow airfields, and people with different kinds of fuel. So fire on this oil refinery was important because of various reasons. Number one, we destroyed the supply of fuel needed for Russian aircraft. Second, we send them a beautiful message that everywhere in Russia is dangerous and the only way to stop it is to stop war in Ukraine on Ukrainian conditions. Remember to subscribe to demonstrate your solidarity and to see more of Russia on fire. So second, this is also a message to very passive Russian population that not everything goes according to the plan and according to Russian television. And of course, this is also another milestone in the Ukrainian strategy to destroy Russian oil refineries and depots. You might have noticed that since the start of 2024, there are more and more of such fires deep inside Russian RIA, and Moscow is, believe me, deep inside Russian RIA and is supposed to be very well protected, but we'll see how fake Russian army is and how fake Russian defense is when their heart, their capital, is on fire in two different locations. And this strategy to destroy Russian oil refineries is important because, first of all, it destroys the oil fuel supply that is needed for Russian army and Russian military industry. Second, because it ruins their economy that greatly relies on the supplies and trade of fuel. And unfortunately, there are still lots of countries that cooperate with Russia, and no, not all of them are authoritarian. Some are democratic but love money too much. And of course, these are important messages to the population of Russia. The war is returning back home to you. And another fire during the 13th of February, like Moscow is getting ready to hellish St. Valentine's. So another fire was on the military plant that reconstructs and also develops MIG aircraft. In Ukraine, this is another synonym of Russian violence because they often carry missiles. They cause lots of tragedies in Ukraine, so definitely to know that now they will have problems constructing them is good news. Often Russians also put MiGs in the air, and we have extremely long air raids that prevent life in Ukraine, and even without bombing, we're not able to continue the educational process, the medical process, anything. Life is frozen. But sometimes they do worse, they use them to target Ukrainian civilian objects. So by causing troubles to this factory, we actually kill many birds with one stone. That is, spoil their construction, military industry facilities, and of course, once again, send a beautiful and important message. Not only the heart of Russian evil empire is vulnerable, but all the federation. And I hope sometime soon we will be able to see the dissolution of this monster and the birth of many new democratic countries. Don't be afraid of that, please. This is actually something that can guarantee peace and security for the centuries ahead, not Russia that is capable of producing dictators like every decade. So I hope that soon we will see more and more of Russian military objects on fire and our course will expand. Let me know what are the other topics you would like to discuss in the comments below. I'm always grateful for your advice. Also, I love you very much. That's why we've decided to start sale on our merch shop dedicated to St. Valentine's, but not limited to this collection. And all the products are minus 14% on the 14th and 15th of February, according to Ukrainian time zone. So do check all the offers and let me know what things you like. Remember that all of these items work well as conversation starters and reminders about Ukraine. And we do need your support. Subscribe to my Instagram, I'm really active there, my threads, Twitter, join our Discord community. Thank you for buying me coffees and becoming my patrons and helping me evolve, I hope, and develop, and also I hope film more and more videos about Russian on fire. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and help us to spread more information about Ukraine, Russian war crimes, and our resilience on the way to the joint victory. And most importantly, united we stand. Slava Ukraini!